Check it. Now here's a story I have written about a program that has me spent 4 years ago, signed up for this mystery around the world. It has created my history. I spent my first summer in Japan realizing every day how I was a fan. While traveling up and down the mainland, I was seeing things not many people can. From giant Buddhas and secret shrines, climbing mountains with steep inclines, I thought I wouldn't make it out alive, but at 4:30 in the morning I had arrived. At the top of Mount Fuji I stood and cried. I thanked God above that I didn't die. Yes, everyone, I was that close to death. I honestly thought I was taking my last breath, but hey, look, I made it out. Shout out to my friends who helped me throughout. While abroad, I indulged in the food. Everything in that country was always so good. Refueling, we would always stop and get coolish ice cream in a bag. It was absolutely delicious. The weather over there came with a black flag, but that made for experiences that don't have a price tag. It was a summer I always cherished. I had, wishing every other day I could go back so bad, but thankful for the memories. I move on and continue my journey without a yawn. That winter I flew out to hang under the sun, getting really tan and having way too much fun. That paradise called the high life is no joke. Living off the land, one can never go broke. Swimming, hiking, and snorkeling, everything always sparkling. Even when we were flying high, jumping out of planes with random guys, free of every thought in our head except the thought of things unsaid. Like the memories we had at that beach house, let's be honest, we were as happy as Mickey Mouse, getting baptized by those 12-foot waves, utterly surprised we didn't dig our own graves. Nor should we now think of it as just a place that holds memories one can never erase. On that note, it was a short 2 weeks, jumped back on the plane with 2 sunburned cheeks, not knowing what life was going to write next and was turning out to be my life book of texts. That summer I went out again, this time on the other side of the land, hitting up another foreign continent. Europe, I for sure made a big dent. 6 countries, let's be honest. I was living life just like I had promised, taking the risk in every single chance, not giving the past one single glance. Belgium, Czech, France, Switzerland, Austria, I fit them all in. To the 10 weeks that I spent out, I felt like I was earning badges like a Girl Scout. My home base was in Germany, ate pretzels like a boss when I felt hungry. Even it got to eat a waffle made by the best, climbed each step of the Eiffel Tower as a test. Then I decided to go and risk it all, paraglided off a cliff somewhat in free fall. The words what if never coming up, living life to the fullest, now that's what's up. While in Prague, I hit a bump in the road, broke my pinky, is not a story told, but when one thinks about all of this, it's something that you just have to dismiss. For there are so many things that I got to see in Europe that are worth mentioning, but this version of my book I'm keeping short, just wrapping one of those quick reports. This past summer, I traveled back to Europe and gained a wolf pack. To the land of pasta and carbs, Italy now had a big piece of my heart. Ciao Grazie and Pergo, early mornings Lego. Verona, Venice, and Capri, this was all her to believe. Swimming in colored grottos, feeling like mermaids in the thoughts of tomorrows, hiked along the Cinque Terre, 5 cities traveled, nothing could compare. Traveled to the city of Rome, man, I never wanted to go home. Saw sights from millions of years ago, from Trevi Fountain to the Colosseum. We were doing it all, having a ball. We couldn't complain. This was our life, and we were in the fast lane. Returned back to the land of chocolate and cheese. Switzerland is really the bee's knees, so nice and clean, complete with fresh air. We all took it on another dare. Rappelling down rocks and jumping off falls, we were not leaving till we did it all. Canyoning we can now check off of our list. For everyone I knew said that they insist. Deep down inside I was a bit nervous, but now I look back as I'm doing me a service. Bread, cheese, and pesto, always eating on the go, living on cloud 9 when we weren't looking below. My eyes are still catching up to what I have seen and done, all before the ripe age of 21. One memory I forgot to mention, some occurrence I should bring to your attention, began with a simple box of cereal, honey rings. That was a big deal. Vatican City, on the way to see the Pope, inline making raps with high hopes. This €2 box was very entertaining, and for that you never found me complaining. Bus, trains, and sketchy cabs did insanity trying to get some abs. All these stories we wrote over the summer stay solid in my mind like the outside of a Hummer. Now, here you go. Here's a wrap that I promised of all the things I did with a few naps, let's be honest. But let me say one thing before I close, an important factor I forgot to enclose. While traveling around the world was amazing, the big red curtain should be raising on the people that helped me make this journey what it was, the ones who stood by my side thick and thin just because. You know who you are and what you've done to always make me think of that summer gone. One more thing, then I promise I am done. This program that I mentioned when I first begun, while it gives you the opportunity to travel and mingle, there's one significant reason why I do it: single. The kids that you meet along the way, the ones who say no to everything you say, those are the kids that made my summers worthwhile. When I think back to summers, I think of them and smile. No doubt in my mind, no self-assurance needed. When people ask about my experiences and the ways I succeeded, I always say those kids and the grace that they gave me. I am who I am today for the impact on me at such a degree. So here's a short version of a story I have written. Not going to lie, a lot of things have gone unwritten. But what's a story without a bit of suspense? Can't wait to read again in the past tense. Peace.